How's it going, guys? This is Chris Williams, real estate investor, coming at you from Central California. Today, we are going to be talking about wholesaling or flipping pre-foreclosures. And yes, this is absolutely still a very viable option for motivated sellers. So we're going to be talking about the process, where to find them, how to contact them, and then just some other miscellaneous things as well. So let's get into this. And honestly, when it comes to contacting homeowners who are in default, it is very, very important that you understand your state's process, because every state is different. I know people will comment, hey, what's the foreclosure process in Indiana or any other state? I'm like, I don't know. I'm in California. This is my market here, so I am very familiar with our process. Now, you don't have to memorize every single little detail regarding your state's foreclosure process, but you should have a pretty good understanding, because when you approach homeowners, if you seem like you don't know what you're doing, honestly, they're going to hang up on you, or they're going to close the door in your face, because they are in a state where honestly, they're probably lost. They're either in denial, where they're just saying, hey, everything's going to work out fine, or they're ignoring their calls, or they feel completely lost and they've just given up. They don't really know what's going to happen. And so they really need someone who knows what to do to step in and to really help grab their hand and walk with them through this process. So you've got to look. Now, I know here in California, if I'm not mistaken, I believe 30 days of missed payments, the bank can contact the borrower. And once they make first contact, they have 30 days after that to file a notice of default. And now once that notice of default is filed and the homeowner has received it, they now have 90 days before they can file a notice of trustee sale. And once that notice of trustee sale is filed with the county, that bank can foreclose that home or sell it at the auction in 21 days. 21 days is the minimum. Now, sometimes this stuff happens really fast and the bank is right on the money with the timeline. And sometimes they give the owner, months and months and months. So sometimes you may contact a homeowner that's in default and they've been in default for 10, 11, 12 months, and the bank hasn't even filed a notice of trustee sale yet. So obviously there are state processes, but sometimes lenders give leniency, and again, sometimes they are just very fast on the money. Now, when you approach homeowners, you want to approach them with really the mindset, the genuine mindset that you want to help them keep their home. Now, if you just go approach every single homeowner in default, just like sell me your house cash, sell me your house cash, sell me your house cash, honestly, again, you're going to get the door closed on you, because they need help. They want help. They're stuck. They don't know what to do. They don't have the money. So if you come in as an expert that wants to help them, first and foremost, to help them keep their home, or second, to help them keep their equity by selling before the bank forecloses, honestly, you could get your foot in the door and get some deals. Now, this works if you're a wholesaler, if you're a fix and flipper, landlord buyer, or if you're even a real estate agent and you have the ability to help people, or you have the ability to give homeowners multiple options. So some of the ways that I get a hold of owners in default is, I pull the list, I cold call them, so I skip trace them, I'll send them mail, and occasionally I also door knock, especially if it's somewhere close to my home. So right now I'm going to show you how to pull that list. Now, like general, I use PropStream. There are lots of other great platforms out there as well. I've used PropStream now for like 5 or 6 years. I love it. You can also add other filters if you want to go pre-foreclosure and vacant, pre-foreclosure and liens, pre-foreclosure and absentee, whatever that is, or you just want to go straight pre-foreclosure, you could do that. Now, of course, down in the description and the pinned comment, I'm going to go ahead and put my affiliate link to PropStream. If you don't have PropStream, you can get a 7-day free trial. You can pull 50 houses for free. And now, as far as skip tracing, there's a couple of different options. You can skip trace within PropStream. It's okay. They've gotten better. There's also stuff like batch skip tracing that I also use. And there's also TruePeopleSearch.com. Now, I've been using True People Search honestly for like 10 years. And I would say over the last 2 years, they have gotten extremely accurate. It's free, but it is one at a time, so it takes a little bit of time. So if you've got a list of like 20 or 30 properties and you've got a little bit of a tight budget, it's great to just pull up a property real quick. You can look at next of kin. You can look at other addresses as well. You could pull up relatives, spouses, anything like that. Get cell phones, landlines, all that stuff. So now, as far as showing you a lot of the details, I will show you pulling the list, but going in and skip tracing, if I show personal information of somebody else, YouTube will pull down the video, and I don't want that to happen, but I'll give you the general idea. So if you don't have that, if you don't have PropStream, go ahead and grab that free trial. If not, I'll show you how we do it. So we go ahead and log in. So we are in PropStream right now, and my market is Fresno, California. the county and a couple of the other counties around there as well. Now, if you're in the Central Valley and you are looking to get started wholesaling or flipping or whatever, you just need some help, reach out to me. I don't offer coaching or mentoring or any kind of programs or anything like that, but I'm willing to help. I do partner on deals as well. I've been wholesaling and flipping for 15 years, since 2010. So, I mean, if you need me to jump on the phone and try to close a seller or something, here locally, would love to do that. Again, if you're just getting started wholesaling and you want to partner up, I mean, I'm always willing to, help people and do more deals in whatever way I can. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and search my county. I'm going to come over here to filters, lead lists. So here's some like predetermined lead lists. So you have auctions, high equity, pre-probate. Pre-probate is great. Senior owners, tax delinquents, all that. Zombie properties. Now, in PropStream, it has zombie properties. That is the combined list of pre-foreclosure and vacant. Those are great for cold calling. Oftentimes somebody's actually passed away, or maybe they live out of state. So being able to track them down or next of kin could be great. But usually there's only a few per market. So here, pre-foreclosure. And I am going to come over here and do a little bit more of these filters here, residential. Now, when it comes to wholesaling or flipping, I don't really care between single family and condo and really anything else. To me, a deal is a deal. I have no preference, right? As long as the numbers work, I will do the deal. But here you can do, there's a lot of different things. If you have a very specific type of property you want to go after, you can do those things. You can do multifamily, bedroom, bathroom, building size. I don't care. Again, it's all in the numbers of the deal. You can do PropStream intelligence here. This is kind of new. It's their combination of AI. I haven't really dove into that too much, but I will. And I will make a video on that as well. So MLS, I'm going to do no on market. It doesn't really matter for you, for me, because I am licensed. I don't typically pursue somebody that's already listed. I don't want it to look like I'm trying to step on an agent's toes. Even though I approach these homeowners as a buyer and not an agent, and I know my license isn't involved, still I don't want to ruffle feathers. Now you could, if you look at what's on the market and it's in pre-foreclosure, you could then contact that listing agent and say, hey, I see your client is in default. I know the auction date's coming up. Will they take a quick cash offer? That's a great way to get deals on the MLS as well. I might actually do that. So here, MLS, just me personally, I'm going to choose no. Now you could go and do expired in pre-foreclosure. Pre-foreclosure details, I don't really care about that. The filter for pre-foreclosure is already set. Owner info, here again, you could do owner, occupied, or absentee. Absentee just simply means that their tax mailing address is different than the actual home. So generally that means that they are a landlord. But again, homeowner, owner, occupied, or landlord, I don't really care. Years of ownership. Now I am going to do 1, because here's the thing. Not every system, whether it be PropStream or Batch or anything else, Property Radar, none of it is 100% perfect. So a lot of times, something will show up as a notice of default, but maybe 3 or 4 months ago, the home sold. Now that property may still show up in your list because that notice of default is still showing up in their system. Again, there's no perfect system. Every program like this has its flaws. I wouldn't really say that's a flaw as much as property tax records are not always kept up 100%. So I just weed out those ones that maybe sold in the last couple months, but maybe that notice of default still shows within the system. Owner type, I don't delineate between individual. It could be LLC, it could be a trust. I like it all. I will contact everybody. Liens, again, you can throw on different motivating factor filters if it's divorced or has any kind of like a property tax lien or something. But again, just for today, I'm going strictly your just everyday average pre-foreclosure. Mortgage, you could do this as well. So you're going to look at equity. Where is that at? Missed it. Oh, LTV and equity is here. Again, I don't care about estimated value. If you are going after a specific type of homes in specific areas, you can narrow it down here. I'm not going to. Again, it's all in the numbers. Estimated equity position or equity. You could do anything. Just for today, I'm going to choose 15%. So that just means, that I'm probably not going to have a $100,000 house here. But if the house was estimated to be worth $100,000, that means that loan balance will be $85,000 or less. So there's got to be at least 15% or 15 grand worth of equity in that home. Now, because I am an agent as well, if I see that they don't have very much equity, I could kind of flip the script and come in as an agent to be able to help them sell their home on the market. So you can do mortgage, all that kind of stuff. Again, I don't really care. So here you have 200 properties that fit that criteria all over Fresno County, mostly within Fresno City or City of Clovis. Now you can go down and you can narrow certain properties. Actually, look at this. Here, this is what I was talking about. Hopefully YouTube doesn't take this down. But look, this says this is notice of default recording. Okay, I see a picture. When was it on the MLS? Failed. Okay, so it looks like, okay, I'm recording this in late January 2025. So this looks like it was on the MLS in November. Again, I am an agent, so I'm going to pull it up on the MLS and see what happened there. But if you find something that looks like it failed, or it was listed or may have sold, you could pull it up on realtor.com or any of those other websites. Now again, there's no perfect system. PropStream's IDX into MLSs are not perfect. I don't know any system that is, so a lot of that MLS information may be accurate and some of it may not. So it may show that it failed, which means that it either canceled or withdrew or expired. But maybe you pull it up on the MLS and it's actually still active. Again, there's no perfect system. That's why we just gotta double check everything. I use multiple websites whenever I do my research. Okay, so I have this property's listing number. And it did cancel. Okay. Now, off my top of my head, I don't know the value, but $370. So it was owner occupied. Now, why did they cancel? Only listed for 13 days. 13 days. PropStream estimates it's worth about $360. Well, that's probably why you canceled. No traction. But anyways, again, I'll obviously double check that. But here, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to select all. I'm going to add to list. I'm going to create a new list. Just so you see that, right? I selected all, add to list, create new list. I'm going to do, I like to abbreviate stuff, PREF, pref, that's short for pre-foreclosure. Okay, so that list is saved within PropStream. So now you have a couple different options. You can skip trace that from within PropStream, or you could export that Excel file and upload it to somewhere like Batch. Or again, you can go to True People Search and just go one by one and start filling in that info and just call them, right? As soon as you get a number, call it. So if you want to skip trace from within PropStream, you can just come over here to the menu, do skip tracing, hit select contacts, come over here to the available contacts. Lots of lists over the years. So what was it? Pref 123. Go ahead and do add selected right here. So you have to select it. And I'm going to go done. 206 contacts. List Automator is great. It is a great add-on to it's a great add-on to PropStream. So what List Automator will do is it will keep track of a saved list, and it will contact you whenever a potential lead is added to that list or removed. So here you do next, and then you pay for that skip tracing. I'm not going to do that right now. To be honest, it's a little hard because once you download a list, you'll see a lot of the names will be jumbled up. So let's say my name is Chris Williams. Let's say if I own this home in a trust, it may show Williams C. Family Trust or something like that as the owner. So if you go skip trace that, you're probably not going to get a hit. But if you go look at it, it does take more time. But again, if they're super motivated list, you want to dig into a little bit. So I would go in, find out who actually owns that or who's the trustee, and then change the first name, last name to Chris Williams. And then when I skip trace it, the actual accurate information will show up. Same thing with LLCs. A lot of times if you just do 123 Main Street LLC, you won't actually get the info. But if you look up that LLC through like Corporate Wiki, which is a free site, you can actually see who the members are of that LLC and then add that to your list and then skip trace them. So it does take work, but again, work, putting your hands to the plow, digging the hole is what bears the fruit. So gotta put work in. So now I'm gonna just show you exporting that list. I'm gonna select my list, select all, and then right here to export. So now I've opened this list here. Again, I can't show too much information on there because if YouTube picks up that it shows other people's personal info, like their first name, last name, and their mailing address or anything like that, they will pull the video. But honestly, go check it out, try it. Again, if you don't have that free trial, you can download 50 properties. So start with 10, start with 20. Download that list, go and edit it, and then skip trace them and just start calling. So if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2, which is actually going to be me cold calling these people. And hopefully I can get a hold of some people and you'll be able to see that as well. So see you next time.